Okay, and welcome back to the campaign map. Whew. Just ran downstairs for something and now I'm tired again. Okay, yes, crushed them we did. They still have a few men left alive. We must dispatch of those quickly and move extremely swiftly onto their lands to make them suffer for their trespasses as they hightail it, tails between legs, like big babies. Off they tootle. Right. It's No-Dachi that I'm interested in. I don't have a clue how heavily fortified it is, but first things first. I'm just going to check my boats around here, just briefly, because I want to see if there's any trade routes available that I can loot and plunder. I don't think there will be, but there may be. And the Usugi, up to their old tricks, it seems, taking more and more of the Ashina's lands as I have to struggle and fight against their main force. I've got to capture this. I really do. It's a must. So I need to sort out first of all the housekeeping. It's been about a week since the last update, so I'm a little bit behind with what's going on. God, this is awful. Agents. Do I have agents in the ranks? Yes, I do. I have a monk here who's about to go to No-Dachi, if I remember rightly, just to see how heavily fortified it is, and also how close the Usugi are to capturing this. The Date have got an army in there. Are the Date going to take it? Because if I remember rightly, the Date were actually now at war with the Ashina. Okay, just had to temporarily pause it there. Just had to sort something out. Right, okay. I took the time while I was pausing the recording just to overview the settlement so that I didn't have to do it on camera and waste more time. And everything's fine. I do recall building up a force in Sagami ready to launch an attack on the Usugi if necessary. Obviously my main force with the better units, or some better units, is in here, having just been assaulted by Ashina. And we captured Kazuza? That's a bit of a tongue twister right there. Anyway, I've matched my monk here, and as I said last time, the Date are at war with the Ashina, and therefore they are probably going to take the settlement, which means that the Ashina have I launched an attack on the Ashina, and took... I didn't take any of their lands, I don't think. I don't think I took any. The Usugi have taken some, and probably the Date, and I'm left having to deal with their main force. Sounds about right to me, just absolutely... marvellous. Anyway, before I... First things first, I suppose, deal with this. Don't like it. Them sitting pretty in my lands, I don't think so. You think you'll launch an attack on my settlement, my castle town, and then just sit there idly by while you know, think I'm going to do nothing about that. So yes, we're going to dispatch of those people in a bloodthirsty, crushing victory. I should have lost a few men there. The cheek of it. That's right. Sit yourselves down. Get out of my face. Alright. This has got a yellow face with no garrison, so what I'm going to have to do is leave a couple of units behind. I'll leave behind some of these archers here, and probably one set of these. I'm leaving it quite undefended for now, but that will have to do for the time being, because I'm going to try my very best to quickly march upon No-Dachi before the Date get their clutches into it. Judging how close they are, that's looking highly unlikely, but I can only try my best to achieve it. As for the diplomacy, I noticed that I actually have an extra trade route available, so what I'm going to do is go through the clans to see which trade would be most profitable. So if I trade with the Date, I get 165. If I trade with the Honma, I get 145. Trade with the Sagara, 152. With the Shimatsu, 146. So far it's looking like the Date I'm going to get the most from. The Shoni is 163. And the Yamanouchi, 149. So it's pretty close between the Date and the Shoni. Now the reason why I'm going to probably try and go for the Shoni first, although they are a little bit smaller of a clan than the Date, it's more than likely I'm going to be at war with the Date very soon. So rather than getting trade with them and then having that trade deal fall to pieces when they launch an attack on me or I launch an attack on them, I might as well go for someone that's quite far away and less likely for me to be going to war with. So let's try it. Shoni.
Time and honor are both being wasted.
Care for some trade?
What?
Ah, excellente. I thank you kindly for your generosity. Alright. So we've got a little bit extra trade. It doesn't really make a great bit of difference because we're still struggling. We're still paupers. But that's life, I suppose. Okay. Anything else I can do in diplomacy? I'm trying to really... I mean, we're supposed to be diplomatic masters. Surely we should be able to... I really do think... I don't know, I mean the Date are allies with the Yusugi. Well, that was it. I was going to try to go for an alliance with the Date. Now this is merely for the purpose of...
to listen and to seek a worthy outcome to our discussions.
I want to marry my lovely... Oh God, no. No, what you're doing to me. This is just purely for interest purposes. It's not going to happen. Oh. Ah. No. No, 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 no. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, people. Alright, this is not going to happen. I was hoping to try and go for an alliance with the Date, purely because if I do launch an attack on the Yusugi, or they launch an attack on me, they would then have to choose which person to side with, if any. Whereas if I don't have an alliance with them, I don't give them that choice. And therefore, they almost are certain to join the Yusugi against me. Which is looking like it's going to be the case. So there's nothing else we can do. Might as well end the turn and see what horrors before me now. Oh, blast your blooming eyes. I feel like swearing now. I really do. Yes. Tactical withdrawal. Oh yes, tactical withdrawal. Sea route raided. Who is... What? Who dares do this to me? My lord, I note that we are not currently fielding ninja. Yes, oh, okay, fine, fine. You want your damn ninjas? Can I have your damn ninjas? Okay. Now this, as you will have probably just about realised now, is a very short update. Tactical withdrawal indeed. Bye-bye. And into my castle. Right, fine. So at the end of all that, we did not take... I don't think we took a single piece of Ashina land. I believe this belonged to the Satome, I think it was. I believe so. So yes, our plans were foiled. Although, technically speaking, now we are no longer at war with anybody, apart from the Amako, who are miles away, over there somewhere. The Hattori rampaging through people's lands like wildfire. So, the war is about to start. We are now finding ourselves in a situation where we are surrounded by enemies, well not enemies, but surrounded by clans that are far more powerful, and there's no more easy targets. Whomever we attack from this point forth will no doubt start a massive war which will no doubt change the face of this campaign. We will either flourish or we will flounder. So, as you will probably know, Mino is heavily fortified on that side, Sagami is heavily fortified keeping an eye on this side, and now we have Shimosa heavily fortified looking out at this side. Who do we attack and how do we go about it? We have the Date allied with the Usugi. We have the Usugi themselves dominating this region, and we also have their vassals the Yamanouchi sitting there with a couple of little petty provinces. Who do we attack and how do we prepare for it? I am thinking we're gonna take the bull by the horns and go against the Usugi. They're getting too big for their boots in my opinion. Take this weakly defended Siruga, march quickly up and take Kai, which is a decent garrison to have. Looks like it's quite advanced, it's a stronghold, and it also gives them a problem in that they can only attack me from this side of the map through here or through here, both of which are heavily fortified, which gives me a nice advantage. I can sit here whilst they truck their forces against me and I don't have to move. The fact that they've expanded all the way over here now provides me with a little bit of an extra problem because they've got an extra angle of attack, so to speak. But Shimosa has a large garrison and is probably more than capable of seeing out most of the trouble, so let me know your thoughts on who we should launch an attack, and if so, where should we attack first? Any sort of battle campaign map strategies that I should be adopting, because as I say, this war is going to start. It's going to be a very, very tough one, and it will probably dictate whether this campaign is going to be a success or a failure. If this all goes well, it's going to be a massive boon for us indeed. I do apologise that this has been a little bit of a shorter update, but I am going on holiday tomorrow, so I thought I'd give you a last little bit of taste of Shogun 2 before I come back, and it seems like a suitable place to end it, right before the big war starts. So yes, as I say, leave your comments on your thoughts on how we can go about this next step of the campaign, and when I come back I will read them and formulate a plan to try and help us on our way to glory. So until next time, I'll see you soon.